What's the Satori?
What's the story?
Train more. That's what the Satori
What's the
is.
story? Train more.
Yeah, it's the
Get
truth.
injured less. Train more.
Yeah, definitely. Good to see you. Haven't seen you all in a while. We've been busy out getting it done. Speaking of which, this weekend, up and coming, Galway Open finally. It came around. It's mad. It's like the first competition I think in Galway, like.
Yeah, the first big.
Which is
big
unbelievable.
competition in Galway, yeah, so
There's so many good clubs down there. So many people training.
old clubs as well. Like there's a couple
Yeah,
of Point
clubs that have
Blank
been around for a long
yeah,
time. Long time.
2010 would have been, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Point Blank was there before that. Like
Yeah.
Tim Murphy has training forever.
And good guys, like
Yeah.
good coaches, good grapplers, like so. No, it's nice to be able to bring our event over that side of the country, and time's gone fast. It only seems like not so long ago we were in Cork, you know, maybe probably 3 months, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And then just bang. So no, it's going good, and the numbers are looking good for it. The venue's savage for it. Like the venue's really good. I think it's very like the National Sports Campus. It's that size, that lighting, that kind of seating and stuff. So.
Maybe they should have just used that as the National Sports Campus then.
Yeah, maybe.
Instead of that yoke down the road.
Yeah, maybe with the lights gone, yeah. But looking forward to getting down. We're going down on the Friday, setting up on the Saturday, getting all the staff in on Saturday, and then Sunday we'll be rolling out. Yeah, first kids match is 9 o'clock, so it's heading for. I think there's 350 people registered as of now. What day is it?
Tuesday, yeah. So
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night. So we'll probably hit good numbers, like 400, 450, like for our first tournament over that side. Is savage, like.
Oh yeah.
Plenty of matches. One of the things we're looking at is there's less kids at this one because maybe there's not as much kids training in that side of the country, or it seems a lot of Dublin.
Might be the time of the year as well.
Time of the year, summer. But some of the adults divisions are huge. Like 20 people in some adults divisions. So that's the kind of divisions you're looking for. That you'll have to put 4 and 5 matches together to get the win, or 3, 4, 5 matches together to get the win, because that'll prepare you for the internationals, any Europeans or any London Open. Or
well, many of the internationals say the London Open, if you're doing well, if you're going through a division like that with 20 people here, it won't necessarily be any harder. Some of those internationals, it's just obviously prep you to get that many matches. Europeans, of course, is the big stage in Europe, but many internationals, like that's the great thing.
Some of the matches here Sunday at the Grassroots 18, like some of the blue belt matches and a couple of the white belts, the 88 kilo matches and stuff, like they were savage. Like.
Yeah, definitely.
Very good. Like.
Sure. There's people in from Scotland, from France and stuff for the matches, and the guys were good. Like.
Yeah.
And then I was standing back watching a couple of kids matches before that earlier in the day, and some of them are better than the adults.
Yeah, so some of them are getting really good. And we had our next wave through. We had about probably 15 or 16 of them. A lot of them doing their first tournament, so that was good just to get their first tournament out of the way and see how they react. And it's a process in itself. Like, everything's going good. So I think there's a good team going down on Sunday between the adults and the kids. A few of us going down on the Saturday to set up. If any of the Satori adults are going down, I posted there earlier, just saying hit us up because we got a house. So hit us up, we can get you in on the team house. And that's it.
Yeah,
we'll be back Sunday night and bank holiday Monday, get to chill out and go back at it again Tuesday.
It's great the events are running. I know we've been at it now last 7, 8, 9 months back on the events, but they're really starting to get more and more spooled because there was a break for so long when there was no events, unfortunately. And then, like, we've ran so many events, we were just trying to add them up the other day. What are we're about 70 events deep now or something like that at the moment, or even more.
If you wrote them down, we just don't have time to sit down and write them down.
Yeah, but they're
we're
just
on 18 grassroots, 18 kids leagues, 8 coming up on the 8 National MMA League. You've got 10 Dublin Opens, give or take. Then you have your Cork Galway, then you have your quintets, then you have your sub-only Smackdowns, then you have your EBIs that we ran. So if you actually wrote them all down, it's up there,
Yeah, but just from that experience, we can run events pretty well. And a lot of stuff that you might not really notice yourself unless you run an event, or some of the smaller stuff. But when you come out at the end of the day and you had a reasonably good experience, you know, the event ran on time, the ambulance wasn't in and out of the venue all day. You know, just small, well, that's not small things, they're big things, but big things like that, you know, just all the stuff to make it just run well, and just that the people are reasonably happy afterwards. Like, you don't want to see like kids crying everywhere after events, because they might not come back training after that, which defeats the whole purpose of them even competing in the first place.
Yeah, the amount of people that go to compete like, and it affects them returning to
a
the
negative impact on their
crazy,
training.
man.
It's
because when
a
they
lot.
join, like you don't get that much kids coming through that join. I don't think I've ever had a parent bring a kid in and say, I want him to join and I want him to be a competitor. You know, they join and then after a couple of years they hear about the competitions and their confidence that their friends are going to it and they go, oh yeah, and see, jiu-jitsu is so fun. When they come to the gym, it's so fun, like it's fast moving, it's, you very rarely get hurt, you very rarely get injuries, it's all fun and games. Like then at the competition it can get a little bit more serious and not be so much fun, essentially, is the one that comes into it, and the kids just go into shock sometimes. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
You have 10 parents on the sideline screaming in your face, like that's not fun.
Yeah, it's just stupid. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
stupid. But like it's down to the old one. Like number one reason for kids leaving sport, it's the parents. Like, and a good competitor has to be a good combination of the coach, the parent, and the competitor. As they grow older, it can differentiate into more like the coach, the competitor, the nutritionist, the strength and conditioning coach. But it has to be a combination. If there's not a communication between the coach and the parent, or there's bad communication between the coach and the competitor, or the parent and the competitor, it's only a matter of time till it's just not working.
Educated Patsy. I mean, degree in coaching, like that's just simple stuff, but I think like a lot of people just don't know that, you know, or don't even think like that, or don't even realise that. Like, it's just fucking win. What are you doing? You're losing. You're not getting fed tonight. These are all things I hear your parents saying on the sidelines.
Yeah, we've seen them paying.
You're
them to
losing.
compete. You're losing. We've seen them paying them to compete, like kids getting €20 to compete and coming off crying. Just yeah, but everyone, and maybe a little bit more, that everyone has their own process, you know. So like,
Yeah, well, I don't think you're not getting fed tonight as part of the process. Well, honestly, I've heard that multiple times from parents, and they look very, very serious about it. They're like a 6-year-old and all. Like, well, sure.
One said someone come over and on the Sunday gone, and I think the words I probably can't say it on camera, but it was along the lines of you're a effing something to the kid that would describe that they're not very intellectually smart.
Oh,
You know what I
right,
mean?
yeah.
And just stood on the sideline and said you're a, and then just. Yeah, I just walk away. I used to be like, man, what do you say? Well, I just walk to the other side now because there's no understanding anyone. But yeah.
Well, anyway, yeah, Cork went really well. The weekend here was really good.
Yeah, it was good crack.
It was good. Next weekend's going to be good as well, or this upcoming weekend.
It's going to be unreal. Galway is going to be unreal. It'll be one that we remember, like, you know, because it's the first one. It's heading for so big. Some of the divisions are going to be crazy. The medals are good. So hopefully it's a nice weekend if we get the sun, because it's a bank holiday weekend. So we're heading out down there on Friday night for a meal.
Out on it, are we?
Out on it, yeah. No drink, just out on it, on the food. And then on Saturday we finish up the setup around 5 o'clock. So we should probably get something in on Saturday night, and then Sunday will be all go. So
happy days.
Yeah, so that's the competition side of things, always flying along, and
that's the main thing.
Getting competing ourselves, just had to iron out one or two bits, but starting to come good now, and training's going good, and just pick the right competitions now to do a 6-week build up to and get going. So yeah, we're only up this August will be 1 year, so we had to come through a lot of adversity, as they say, to get it right. It's just so time's just going so, we're doing so many things, the time goes so fast.
It really is.
It's scary. I think that like we done nothing in COVID for 2 years or whatever, so time was slow or something. Then once we went back to kind of reality, or kind of your day-to-day, time just seems to be just faster.
So much stuff on, trying to make up for stuff and that.
Yeah, so gym going good. For most of the guys that like don't compete in the gym, or like it isn't something that they might compete once a year or something, or it isn't one of their
some people just don't compete.
Yeah, and then we got the adults grading on Saturday, June 11th. So this Saturday we're setting up Galway. Next Saturday is the adults grading. People are starting to buzz about that. You see a few of the no-gi guys saying that they'll be getting their gi ready because you wear the kimono to the grading, and shaping up to be a good one.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be good for sure. What else is upcoming? That's pretty much it. We have Jake's fight upcoming as well.
Jake's fight next Friday night, the night before the grading. Yeah,
and the comp team's doing good bunch of guys in. Styles gradually getting towards what we want stylistically wise. It's going to be a bit of a process because there's so much in it. There's so much in it. But we've got a good bunch of guys in there. They're training good. They're progressing good. The results are going to be good as well in time. And so that's what we're going to see. Just guys getting more and more results, getting better, and just making a step gradually up to higher and higher levels, which is going to be great.
Yeah. And Jake's fighting now on Cage Legacy.
Yeah.
He's fighting a guy from
Phantom, was
Phantom, yeah.
it? Yeah.
So yeah, it should make for a good fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jake's looking good. His weight's good. He's excited to fight.
Yeah.
So most importantly, it should make for a good night, a good fight, good night.
Any more seminars upcoming, or are we done with our versus seminars? That's one of the reasons why we didn't get to do What's the Story and why we've been so busy with the seminars.
I was some crack, like getting to roll, and you just forget how sound people are, like when you go into the club.
That's the thing, yeah.
Once there's no nothing in between it, and just hard training, and I had a really good time. But we might, just seeing Kieran Davern is doing a seminar in Clonmel on the 8th of June, was it? You're away, are you?
No. Wednesday week, isn't it?
Wednesday week, yeah. So we might go down to that if we're not doing that, and might go in for that. But ourselves, no more seminars for a little while. Yeah, just concentrating on the training again. Like one of the things I felt like, because my knee was a little bit sketchy and stuff. But when we went around the gyms, I rolled with like say 5 or 6 people in each place or more. So we rolled with probably 30 different bodies or 35 different bodies, and the lads were good. Like especially the good rolls in Clonmel and stuff. And just felt like that might have been a little bit of the polishing or the pre-comp rolling that I needed, just to see different bodies where we're at, no pains and stuff. So maybe the confidence or something went up a little bit more, because after you come back from injury, no matter what, like it's just a pain in the arse. You turn left and you're used to being it sore, or someone sprawled on you, or like you were playing spider guard and they collapsed your leg in and it was so sore the last time, but then it happens this time it's not sore, so it's just building up that, geez, I'm alright here,
I was doing the open mat there 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? We were starting from standing, done a bit of standing takedowns, and I was like, I'm actually doing alright with this, and I was thinking about it, I was like, I haven't done stand up in ages, because the same thing, I had a knee injury, I got it like not even training, it was outside of training, and just subconsciously didn't have the confidence to do the stand up. So it'd always be if we were starting to stand around, like, I'll just play guard or whatever, like, or I'll just start there. But yeah, so that's coming back. And another thing is the open mats on the Saturday are going really good, really good. If you're around, you don't have to do all the rounds. Okay, you can come down if you're whatever. You can come down 12 to half 12. You come down for an hour. 45 minutes, whatever you have on the Saturday, come down and get it in. It's a great way to start the weekend off. You feel brilliant after it, and because you get to do so many rounds, it's not quite as intense as some of the rounds might be during the week when you do less, but you get into a really nice flow. Yeah, it turns into volume training, but you get so much good technique in. And say you get to go to the same guys a couple of times probably as well. So like I could run whatever my A game, B game, C game on someone. Like say last Saturday I done with Yanis, I was doing a stand up, doing A game stand up that I'm trying to develop, and he adjusted to it. Then in between the rounds I could think of how to counter his adjustment, done that, then we went again and again. So you're just progressing so fast, having a lot of fun, getting a really good workout in, and
Yeah, and our open mats it always was good, and I think it came from when we first opened in 2013, because we only had Tuesday and Saturday. So like Tuesday was whatever, but Saturday we more or less just done sparring. So it was always heavy tack on a Saturday.
Yeah, it's just the most fun as well.
Yeah, it is good. So just make sure if anyone wants. We've had loads of people dropping in, like Jack Bronson and stuff came down, didn't they? Maeve came in, the likes of that. So if anyone's in the area and wants to train at 12 to 2 on a Saturday, just get in and get rolling. Yeah. Plenty of bodies here to roll with.
Sounds good. Right, and that's a wrap, I suppose.
That's a wrap, yeah.
Right, see you in Gallup. All the best.